One of the reasons why you are not successful in business is because of this: the game. See, you can be the most talented YouTuber, photographer, videographer, graphic designer, coach, author, you name it. You can be the most talented basketball player in your neighborhood. But in order for you to join the big boys, the NBA, you need to understand how the game is played. See, in order for you to understand or learn the rules of the game, you need somebody that has played there before, somebody that have learned and mastered the rules of the game to teach you that. And once you learn that, you will be able to be drafted. And here's what happens. After you drafted, you will get a...
Child, honey, I got so much to learn, but this was awesome to see the quality of production that actually can be had without having a TV studio or something like that, right? Like for me, I'm like, how can I get something that's high quality from this spot that I'm sitting right here, which is my office, and make it look good, sound good, and the quality be like studio quality. So I am thoroughly impressed, hands down.
I got to tell you, there are a lot of people who talk about how JP puts things together and they look so slick and polished. What I'm also really impressed by, even beyond the things that you may see is on the outside, is the stuff that is happening behind the scenes, because the systems and the processes, all the stuff, the machinery that JP's got in place, the man knows his stuff. So super impressive, and it's really a privilege to be here and be part of it.
What you have is a glimpse into the future of content. If you're watching this like on your TV right now, think about what you just saw. If you're watching this on your phone, think about all the elements. What's so different between what he has here right now with Content Creation University and on the show than what you watch on Apple, what you watch on Netflix? Nothing, right? I am amazed, number one, at your excellence. Like the ability to be able to take a simple sponsor like VPN and turn it into a real commercial. I'm sorry, that's something big. The ability to be able to build what you've built, and you're just getting started. This isn't like, like right. Something. It's like this is just getting started. So it's just like, between you, your team, and just the ability to be able to take these things and then be able to infuse a conversation, with high-level entrepreneurs, with different people who have ideas, thought leaders, I think, and give people something of value that they walk away with. It's hard to pull off, y'all. He makes this stuff look easy. It's not easy. But the greatest part is that's why this platform exists. So if you're not subscribed, if you're not tuned in, you're not collapsing time. One of the greatest things you could ever do is listen to people who are already doing it and done it, so that way you can collapse time. You don't have to make the same mistakes they did.
Ooh, child, honey, I got...
JP, like your production is amazing. I love your show. And I'm just so happy that finally able to make this happen and be on your show. And like, I wish you the very, very best, man. All the best. You're gonna have an amazing 2022.
I am impressed. Having a little bit of envy with your production. So well put together. And I love the value that you're delivering, the questions that you focus on. And I know that you are just trying to get amazing content out to people who are trying to improve and learn and grow every single day.
I am beyond words, man. The level of professionalism here, it's high, bro. It's high. And the good thing is that this is something that you have near to your heart. I can tell that you're very passionate at what you do. I can tell that you take this very serious, and I love it, man, because it reflects in your professionalism outside. So what people see, it's you, man. It's the real you. It's the passion that you have. It's the poise. It's definitely something to admire. So I am really learning a lot about your production value, and I'm definitely taking some tips for myself.
Where to start? Like, mind blowing emoji. Where is it? Just put the graphic up, okay? The designers put that mind blowing emoji right there over my face. This was so awesome. I truly like the energy is amazing. Being backstage, listen, you got to get on the show just to be backstage. And in the conversation with JP, right? It's really enriching. All silliness aside, I'm a clown, but it's really enriching. I mean, these conversations are thought provoking. The topics, the expertise that you bring from your tech background, the experience that you bring from your guest background, how they just integrate is so beautiful because people are literally able to walk away with something that they can use, not just consume. Because we can be real good at consuming stuff and doing nothing with it. But the content creators allows people to walk away. They got the information. Now they can take the next natural step. It was palatable. It's tangible. It's actionable. This has been awesome.
The Content Creator University is the one-stop shop for you to learn about technology, where you as a content creator can learn on how to create content, how to create videos, how to promote videos, and how to bring that engagement that we also lack sometimes.
Woo, child, honey. I got
One of the reasons why you are not successful in business is because of this: the game. Hey family, guess what? The Content Creators University is a show that airs every single week, but I want to connect with you. I want you to go ahead and download my mobile application. If you have an iPhone, go ahead and download my app called JP High Tech TV right now onto your phone. If you have a TV, a smart TV, my app is also available on your Roku TV, right? Go ahead and download JP High Tech TV on your Roku TV or your Amazon Fire TV right now, and let's connect together, right? I want you to grow with me. I want us to grow together. If you love podcasts, I'm also happy to tell you that the Content Creators University is available syndicated across every podcast platform. Apple Podcasts, Audible, Google Podcasts, you name it, we are there. Spotify and all of that. Go ahead and download it, listen to it, and do me a favor. If you appreciate what we're doing, go ahead and put it in the comment section. Leave me a review on any of those podcast platform or mobile application platform. Let me know if any of the hard work that we're putting into this community, this broadcast, this podcast is helping you. If you appreciate all the amazing guests that we're bringing onto the platform to share their expertise with you. This is a lot of work, family, and I'm doing all this in order for you to be able to grow your business the right way, leveraging content creation. Thanks so much, and if you appreciate what we do, go ahead as well subscribe to the YouTube channel JP High Tech Reviews. Follow me personally if you want to connect with me on all social media, and the handle is at JP High Tech. I love connecting. Like I always say, network is the new currency. So I want to see you online, I want to connect with you, and I want to hear from you. Let's grow together. Be safe, like I always say. See you next time. Shalom. Peace. Hey, everybody, and welcome to the Content Creators University. Very, very excited. We are here for another amazing show. Why? Because we have an amazing guest, and we're talking about something that is dear to my heart. Yeah, a lot of time we talk about, being under the spotlight, right? Finding your way to be seen or be visible. That's what we're talking about today. But what is the truth about it? What are the things that we need to expect, right? Why is it that we need to know the right way to do things in order not to be burnt out? And what are the sacrifices that we are the people that are in front of the spotlight, or under the spotlight, I should say, have to make, right? Because if you want to be under the spotlight, there are certain things you're going to have to consider. Well, guess what? We have another professional backstage today. If you're new to the platform, allow me to welcome you here. My name is JP High Tech. I am your humble servant, the host of this platform, and I am a global branding expert. What I do, I help individuals, small business owners and corporations build a premium brand by, implementing, developing, and embracing their trademark identity. If you know, that's a recipe to create a premium brand, right? And we do that through my company, Perfect Productions, which is one of the top media agencies here in the state of Tennessee, right? Through visual elements. We're talking graphic, web design, online presentation, video, right? Podcasting, content creation, everything that you can imagine that you need today, right? In order for you to build a premium brand, well, that's what we do. So if you're looking for an agency to help you do that, well, I'll be more than happy to connect with you and see how we can help you. And this platform, our motto is create, impact, and innovate. And so we want to learn the things that you and I would need to know in order to keep winning in business. As we know, technology is always growing, right? Always evolving. And we need to know the best things to do. So how do we do that? We bring guests here. We talk about those things here because the Content Creators University empowers you to master the business side of creating content and leverage technology to pay you. So very, very important for us to know why we're here and the things that's going to allow us to keep winning. So if you're here and that's what you appreciate, welcome, welcome, and welcome. We do this every single week. Settle down and relax. What we do, of course, is we talk about the news, right? We have some news here to share with you guys. And right after the news, we will bring our guests on the stage. So stay with me. Don't go anywhere. I see you guys in the comment section connecting from all over the place. I'm about to do some shout out to you guys in just a minute. So stay with me right after this. We'll be right back, family.
What's up, y'all? This is your man, Lionel. I am super excited that I had the opportunity to work with my man, JP High Tech. Man, JP was absolutely fabulous. I mean, from start to finish, he was instrumental in helping me to understand not only what my mission, what my vision is, but how to communicate that visually. So one of the examples I give you real quick is that JP helped me a lot with my look, with the LUT. That's how I started out with JP. As you can see right now, I look overexposed, too much light. It's spilling over into the background. You can look really, you can see the chair in the middle, to boom, this right here gave me my natural skin color, natural texture. Just a wonderful, wonderful a piece of work working with JP. So what I really liked about him is that he not only helped me to show visually what it is I wanted to do, but he actually walked me through the process to hear what it is I was trying to do. And then he spent over 4 hours. Think about that. 4 hours working with me one-on-one to help me get it looking to where I wanted to look, where I could invite guests onto my platform as well. So I highly recommend JP High Tech, not only for your personal branding and your website and all of those things, but I recommend JP because he's personable, he's direct to show you exactly where you need to go and how you need to go there, but he's also super professional from start to finish. I see professionalism. So I highly recommend JP, and I know you guys will like him too. If you have any questions for me, let me know, but definitely JP is the man we work with. If you have any questions, let me know. Peace.
All right, let's go ahead and give a shout out to my man Don, and in the comment section right there. I'm seeing you guys. Let's talk about the news, family. Let's talk about the news. The first thing, if you didn't know, we have our own community. No, this is not a private Facebook group, family. This is our own private community. All you have to do is go to the website contentcreatorsuniversity.com. All right, contentcreatorsuniversity.com. On the screen, if you're watching, you see that the conference is available. So for the conference, you go to contentcreatorsuniversity.com/conference and get the replay of the conference. Stay with me. You watch some replay. You know, it was amazing, right? Giving you everything you need in order to win in business. But if you just want to join the community, well, very simple. Go to contentcreatorsuniversity.com. If you're listening to the podcast, it's, as you heard, Content Creators with an S, University.com, and you can join today for free. Get every tool you need to win leveraging content creation. Now, of course, a lot of times I hear some folks say, well, I'm not a content creator. Well, here's the thing. We've learned through our conference, right, that we do every year, that a creator is somebody that's putting something new into the world, right? Have you ever written a blog post, right? An email? Do you use technology in any capacity? Understand that you are creating content. If you write a book, an article, you name it, those are content that you put into the world. Well, you need to understand the best way to leverage the content you're putting out in order for you to win in business, right? And so we give you all the tools you need to win in business, and that's where we want to be. Like-minded thinkers, professionals, people that are looking to win and are making a difference in their industries, we meet. And I've learned one thing. You got to be in certain circles, in certain rooms sometimes in order to learn certain things. Not everything you can find on YouTubeUniversity.com or FreeUniversity.com. All right, let's go ahead and invest in those private rooms. That's how I learn every day, right? So again, ContentCreatorsUniversity.com is the place for you to be. Now, of course, for the folks that are asking me all the time, JP, what are you using exactly in order for you to broadcast in the way you do? And if you're listening to the podcast, go ahead and jump on YouTube. Come and check us out, JP High Tech Reviews. I'm using an encoder called Ecamm Live, right? And Ecamm Live is an encoder only available on Mac computers as of the recording of the broadcast of this show today. But you can go ahead and try it out today. No strings attached, right? Just go to bit.ly/Ecamm Live free. Again, bit.ly/Ecamm Live free. Get yourself free 15 days just to play around, check it out. And if you like it, go ahead and sign up. No strings attached, family. Shout out to Ecamm for supporting us here in the Content Creators University. For the folks that don't know, this podcast is both sponsored and listener supported. So we have some sponsors here that we got to give a shout out. And talking about sponsors, one of them is RTN Streams, right? Some folks are asking me, JP, how is it that you are simultaneously live online and everywhere else, including your mobile application, but also on TV? Well, guess what? I am using a solution called RTN Streams, right? If you know how to use YouTube, then you know how to use RTN Streams. And that's what I'm using. That's, quote unquote, my secret weapon. That's allowing me to simultaneously broadcast and be available on TV. Shout out to the folks that are watching us right now in their living room every week. Go ahead and download the application right now. The name is JP High Tech TV, all right? And talking about another sponsor, shout out to ExpressVPN. And ExpressVPN is sponsor again here on the season 4 of the Content Creators University, and they're giving you and I, all of the followers of JP High Tech, free 3-month if you get a 12-month subscription, right? ExpressVPN. VPN is a virtual private network, especially that we're spending a lot of time online. We need to protect our asset, our digital asset. We need to protect those, our investment, and cover ourselves against any potential hacks or anything. And I love ExpressVPN, so go ahead and check it out by going to expressvpn.com/JP High Tech. expressvpn.com/JP High Tech. And talking about being on TV, well, there's another television, one of the top TV broadcast companies in Europe. They've decided to sponsor us here. It's called Actionable TV. It's made by amazing Black people based in Europe. So they're offering everyone that owns a business that wants to promote their business on their television. Again, they're one of the top in Europe. And so go ahead and contact them just by going to AfricSaltPratTV.com. Just let them know, #JP High Tech, and you get free 30-day advertisement on us. Let me repeat. You get free 30 days advertisement. They are going to promote your business, your services, whatever you have on their TV. You have a TV commercial on us, on me. Don't forget, let them know JP High Tech sent you, and you get free 30 days. Again, go ahead and visit their website, Salt Pratt Television. Expand the reach of your business. You need to understand, you can find a whole lot of buyers and customers outside of the United States, in case you're watching and you're in the United States. If you're outside, well, you know what I'm talking about. So you cannot control that. The web, World Wide Web, has made it available for us to reach people around the globe. So this is a way for you to do that. Go check it out. All right. So now just to let you guys know, I'm, in this year, 2023, I'm available on video, right? For the folks that always want to ask me questions and, dive into my brain and stuff like that. Well, you can connect with me on Volley. Download Volley for free today. Okay. I do have some offers there, but you can send me a video for free. You can send me a free video. And guess what, fat fellas? Video is better than just written text. We're leveraging technology. So send me a video message, and whenever I'm available, I'll respond back on Volley. Again, the URL is me.volley, VOLLEY, if you listen to a podcast, that app, me.volley.app/JP High Tech, JP HIGHTK. Check it out, family. You will love it. Now, finally, before we bring our guest over here, let me let you guys know, for the folks that are like, JP, I just want to work with you. How can I connect with you? Well, to work with me, just go to my website, jphightech.com, okay? See all the amazing things that we've been doing throughout the years. And if you're looking for a speaker or influencer or somebody to partner with on a project, I'll be more than happy to work with you, see how we could join forces and do something amazing. The website is jphightech.com. Now, we have somebody special coming today. She's backstage. Her name is Roshanda Pratt. Now, I have her bio here. Let me read it a little bit because she's just amazing. And I know when she comes over here, she's going to say better than what I'm about to read. But for the folks that don't know, she's a well-respected broadcast journalist with over 20 years of experience. Let me pause right there. Over 20 years of experience, meaning she didn't start today, right? She knows what she's talking about. You heard? Yeah. I'm excited because we are bringing amazing guests to you guys. And she's a regular contributor on local television, radio, podcast, etc. Her dynamic personality, and I say dynamic, you're about to find out, and expertise has also been featured nationally on CBS, The Talk, the Tamron Hall Show, and the Today Show. I mean, I'm telling you, she's a heavy hitter, right? And I'm honored to call her a friend. She's a digital pioneer in utilizing video and live streaming to increase visibility. Roshanda runs a thriving online brand known as the Rosho Live, where she regularly shares her faith, humor, and 20 years of television producing experience. I love her show, by the way. Check her out on her YouTube, more in a little bit. And she's the author of 2 books, CEO of Live Video, Discover the Foundationals of Dominating Live Video Through the Eyes of a Producer, and Visibility is Power. Discover the power of being seen and heard. She's all about helping you being seen and heard, family. She plays a supportive cast to her husband, Jacobee, and their 3 wonderful, I'm adding that, wonderful children, family. So buckle up, be ready, because she's coming on the stage and this is about to be fire right after this intro. Let's get into it. Let's go, family. All right, Roshanda, welcome to the show. How you doing today?
I've made it. I have made it. I've arrived. I am here with the JP High Tech. Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad. We made it.
Oh yeah, I'm honored. Such an honor to have you here. I mean, I know we've connected since last year, and it's
Yes.
just been a blessing, to have you in my personal network, seeing the amazing things you're doing. And I couldn't have brought such a perfect guest, right? Because we're all about leveraging technology, and we're all
Right.
about, using video and live, and that's what you do. How was your day? How you doing this Tuesday?
Oh, it's been great. It's been a busy day. It's actually been really busy the last 2 weeks, and yet there's still more to be done after this interview and this time with you. But it's been a very productive um, start to the year, just productive all around. And I have been looking forward to this like all day. I've just been like this. I'm almost there. I'm
Yes.
almost there.
Likewise here. Likewise. Thank you so much. And I know, that we're about to talk about some amazing
hmm
things here today. And the community about to learn a lot from you. So let's go ahead and dive into it. Before we get started, of course, take a minute, introduce yourself in a better way, because I know, tell us what's not in the bio, right? Take
Oh
a few minutes
man.
and do that.
Oh, you did a great job. So I'm Roshanda Pratt, known in the digital streets as the Rosho Live, a video visibility coach and producer, taking my 20 years experience of working behind the scenes as a television news producer, executive morning show producer, and on-air talent, helping speakers, coaches, and consultants understand how their visibility is power and how to build a confident and visible brand using video.
Whoo, man. And you do that in a fantastic way. I'm saying it because, I've witnessed a lot of amazing things. So, Roshanda, today
hmm
we're here talking about really the truth about being visible, right? And I
I'm
know a lot of the
glad.
folks, they're over there like, oh boy, I want to be visible. But before we dive into the nitty and gritty, we have some fun questions
Mhm.
here for you today. And the first
Okay.
one I have for you is, if you were a superhero, Roshanda, tell me, who will that be and why?
I promise you what I'm about to tell you, JP, in your years of asking that question, no one has said the following person. I know it. I know this is going to be a first here on JP High Tech. It's the first one. You ready?
God.
I would be Word Girl.
Oh
Now,
my
here's the thing. There's you have to be a parent probably to understand this. I am a mom of 3, and all 3 of my kids have experienced the greatness that is Word Girl. And she is just what it is, sounds like Word Girl. She is all about words and language. And as a communicator and a person who loves words and helping people to put language to their message, my
right.
superpower, it would be Word Girl.
Whoo, you're right. Nobody has ever mentioned word girl here, and I love it. Oh my goodness. Yeah, okay, okay.
JP, do
We're
you know
giving
who
it to
she
you.
is?
No, I was actually about to look it up right now. I never heard of word girl before,
Yeah,
but
it's a kid's
who is
show.
she?
Yeah,
Huh.
she's amazing.
Hey, family, word girl. We have to look it up. I mean, I love superheroes. Now, Rosho just taught me, and I'm calling her Rosho because it's the Rosho Live, but
Yeah,
you guys know what I mean. She just taught me something new, family. So again, hats
yes.
off to you. Welcome to the show. Congratulations. You just won. You've mentioned the superhero that I never heard of before, and it sounds fun. So, all right, I have some homework to do here. So let's get a little serious in here today.
hmm
Let me ask you, with all the experience you have, right? 20 plus years
Yeah.
experience in your industry. Looking back, if you had the opportunity to meet your 20-year-old self today, what will be one major advice you give her and why?
Yeah. I love this question. And the thing that I would tell her is document your process because you're going to want to remember this. I know that journaling now has become a thing and people are really fascinated with journaling and all of those things. But if I could go back to those times, especially early on in my television career, remembering how I felt or what was it like to cover this particular story, remembering
Mm-hmm.
the emotions of when I stepped out in becoming an entrepreneur the first time, the time I left television news and took a
Mm-hmm.
break.
Mm-hmm.
I would have loved to really just deep dive and journal that experience because now on the other side of it and having to remember that in moments where helping my clients or remember that in moments of just reminding myself where I came from, it would have been great to be able to open a journal and be able to read my own story. I think a lot of times we capture other people's stories and we remember those things, but we take very little time in documenting our own story and our own process. So wherever you are today, watching, listening to this, I want to encourage you, start to document your process, especially if you are a new entrepreneur and you're just getting
Right,
started
right.
on your journey. Like,
Mm-hmm.
document everything, document the failure, document the time you wanted to quit and what
Mm-hmm.
held you together, document all of those things because it's going to be necessary for the next generation, but also those are the things that are going to really hold you on the days where you're just wondering like, why am I here and what am I doing?
See, what you said is so powerful in so many levels, right? So many
Mhm.
layers to what you said because literally that's what people are doing today. You know, every time you see
Mhm.
something happen, or every time you feel like you're grabbing your phone, you're grabbing your electronic and you're recording it,
Right.
you're posting this experience you have, both good and bad, right? You're seeing good and bad
Yeah.
things happening around you and you're posting. That is documentation. And so we live in a society today where pretty much we're documenting the things that are happening in our lives and around us. Where is it that I love this so much? The aspect of this that I really appreciate is that this allows me, any professionals will tell you that it allows you to improve yourself, right? How
Yes.
can you improve yourself if you didn't document and went back to learn from the things you've done and try to improve it? Whoo! Don't get me preaching. This is powerful and I love it. And we haven't even started. Oh my God. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I started it now, JP. You know, back then it would have been great, but I've started that now and I have one journal where it's just talking about business and the lessons that I've learned and those kinds of things because, I want to pass that on to my
Mm-hmm.
kids, whether they decide to be an entrepreneur or whatever they decide to embark on, that they can see the highs and the lows, but also
Right.
see how I
Right.
navigated that. Because JP, people can look at what you're doing now and it's amazing what you're doing. And people
Appreciate
oftentimes can
that.
see our glory, but
Mm-hmm.
don't understand our story.
Story.
And that's so
Whoo!
important that you look beyond the glory of this and understand where you started to get where you are now.
Mm-hmm.
That is
Mm-hmm.
powerful.
That actually, talking about branding, I'm a branding expert. That is what we use to land clients because your story matters the most. Where you can
That's
share your
it.
story the right way, people gravitate to that. Whoo, this is so good. We're
Yes.
about to dive into the conversation today. Before I do that, I always want to give some love to the folks that are right here joining us from all over the place. Thanks for joining us, family. If you have any questions for our guests, go ahead and put in the comment section. Shout out to you, First Lady Cree. Thanks for being here with us. We appreciate you in the comment. Look at that. We have Chris Stone. What's good, Chris? Thank you. All the way from LinkedIn Live. We are using it and it is working. We love it. I appreciate what you're saying, Chris. Hashtag excellence. That is what we're striving for every day. And look at that. We have my man, Don Howard. Hey, Don, what's good? Thank you for, being here, whether you're on Facebook, LinkedIn, on our website, in the community. We want to welcome you here. We have an amazing conversation that we're diving into right now. All right. So, Roshanda, according
Mhm.
to your amazing bio, right? You've spent pretty much your entire career in front of
Yeah.
cameras, around cameras, right? With camera professionals, journalists, and TV professionals, and it keeps going. So you're still in front of the camera today, but in a slightly different way, because today you've decided to help others leverage video to win, right? So I have a question. What would you say was the catalyst to make you, embrace this journey as a visibility coach? Or is this something you've always had as a purpose inside of you? Is this, stumble dropped on your lap, or is something you felt always?
I think it was opportunity, JP. I've been a journalist or wanted to be a journalist since the fourth grade. My mom and dad are from the beautiful country of Trinidad and Tobago. Shout out to any West Indian that's watching or listening. And when I was in the fourth grade, my dad told me that as an American citizen, it's my duty and my responsibility to know what's going on in my country and my community. So he would make me watch the news. And so as a fourth grader, I fell in love with the storytelling that you would see on local news, national news. I just didn't know you could really make a job or career out of it. And to be very honest, I didn't see a lot of people who looked like me or
Right,
who
right.
were Black female who were on major networks. Oprah was not around then. She had not come on the scene really fully yet. And so fast forwarding through years of working as a journalist and doing the thing, I always knew on the inside that I wanted to be in front of the camera, but I was very camera shy, JP. I didn't like how I looked on camera. I hated my voice, all of those things, and I had to navigate through that. And while I was sitting there posting videos on YouTube, I was working as an executive morning show producer, and God really gave me this download. He gave me this insight on how I could have a profitable business. He gave me the marketing plan. And when I was finishing up a morning show, my local CBS affiliate, Nora and Gail came on and they started talking about this cool app that you may remember, friend, Periscope. Remember Periscope? Yes.
Yes.
So they started
Yes.
talking about Periscope and Meerkat. They both launched at the same time. And it's the capabilities of going live right from your smartphone. And as a journalist, I knew what it takes to go live. It's a truck, it's all the cables and all the things. But some guys were able to figure out that we can live stream through our mobile device, and it was amazing. And right when I was standing in the newsroom listening to this, my colleagues around me were like, "Oh, this is another way for people to be irresponsible with social media and all the things." But JP, I heard and saw something different. And I remember standing in that newsroom saying to myself, wait a minute, this is an opportunity. And I heard a still small voice. They call it strange or weird, or I was delirious, but I know what I heard. Remember what I told you years ago about your marketing plan? Yes, this is it. And I embraced technology. I was an early adopter. I remember within the first 30 days, Periscope knocked Meerkat out of the water. And within the first 30 days, JP, 1 million people downloaded this on their phone. But here's where the problem was, which is people like me come in. They downloaded it on their phone, but they didn't know what to do with it. They didn't know how to show up. And so I started playing around with this and getting comfortable in front of the camera and doing all of those things. But I also realized, wait a second, I have a somewhat of an advantage here because some of these folks didn't work in TV. So can I take what I've learned in TV and use it in this space? And JP, I learned an important business lesson from that experience that I want to share with your audience. You ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Here's the lesson that I learned. Nothing is wasted. Absolutely nothing is wasted. JP, who would have thought that we would be in a time and space? Oh, what a great time it is that we created a whole other economy called the creators economy. And now we are teaching and training people how to show up with camera presence using technology. I didn't see that back then. I didn't see that 20 years working behind the scenes that I can now teach clients how to think like a producer and how to show up in front of the camera and how to put together scripts and all of these things, work with companies and helping them put together content and scripts. And it's just been amazing. Nothing is wasted. And I really want to hone in on that, because if you're listening to this, watching this, I want you to understand, if you were like me, you're working your 9 to thrive. That's what I like to call it. Your 9 to thrive. Don't talk about your 9 to thrive,
I love
right?
it.
Your 9 to thrive is your silent angel investor. They're your first business partner, because that paycheck, JP, allows you to buy a website and allows
Mm-hmm.
you to invest in coaching and to build a brand. Nothing is wasted, because even while you're on your 9 to thrive, those skills that you are learning, you're going to be able to use those when it comes to you stepping into the space as an entrepreneur. So no, this
Mm-hmm.
didn't drop on me. It was one of those things, like I saw an opportunity. I was seeing that the world of television was going to look drastically different. And I tried to bring some people along with me who made fun of me, right? Glad I didn't listen to them. I leaned
Glad you
all the way
didn't.
into it.
Mm-hmm.
And now we see the result of me doing that. I'm here with you today.
Oh yeah, and we are winning together, and that is
That's it.
amazing, right? That is amazing. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. 9 to
It's been an
thrive. I love
amazing journey. Yes.
that. I love it. I love it. I love it so much at so many levels. And yeah, I mean, I wanted to add to what you said. It is true. It is
Mhm.
amazing that we can do the things that we're doing today with the technology of today. But the
Yes.
best part is at a fraction of the cost. I mean, because the average person doesn't realize how much it costs for
Correct.
traditional TV studios and,
Correct.
the equipment and the staff and the lighting and everything that goes into it.
All the things. The building
The
itself.
build, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. And we can do that today
Yes.
at a
Mhm.
fraction, or should I say less than a fraction of the cost,
Yes. It's
and
pretty
impact the world.
it's pretty dynamic. And you just sit here and say, JP, why aren't more people doing this?
Mm-hmm.
I did this live video, or maybe it was a TikTok. I can't remember. But I was telling people, JP, I said, you're lying to yourself when you say, oh, I don't want to do this. I'm scared of technology, or all the
Mm-hmm.
things that we make honestly excuses about. And I called out some people and I said, you have always said to yourself, you wanted your own talk show. You
Right,
wanted your own
right.
radio show. You wanted to be in front of the camera. You've said that to yourself in private time. So with all this technology, why not just create it yourself? This is the greatest time where you can finally be in control of your own narrative. Why not?
Why not?
Why
I
not?
mean, it is so true. Why not just step in front? I mean,
Yes,
you've always wanted that opportunity. Create that opportunity for yourself,
that's
which
it.
is why this is so crucial. Now, in your professional experience, because I know some
Hmm.
folks are listening, they have that question. They'll be like, okay, she mentioned, or they mentioned in the podcast that she's a visibility coach.
Hmm.
Okay, what does it mean to be visible in 2023 in your professional experience?
Yeah, I get asked this question a lot, and I've tried to come up with a definition. By definition, visibility just means to be seen, right?
Mm-hmm.
To
Mm-hmm.
to be perceived by the eye. I think in this context, right now, in this moment, I would define visibility as this: the holy audacity to be in the room, the holy audacity to take up space. That's how I would define it in this moment right now with you. It's the audacity to
Mm-hmm.
say, no, I belong here. I'm going to take up space. There are people who want me. There are people who are in a problem, and I am their solution. It's
Solution.
the
Yes,
audacity
ma'am.
to believe that. The audacity. That's
Wow.
visibility.
Wow. 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 Do you believe in yourself enough to put
Yeah.
yourself out there? Right? Are
Hmm.
you audacious enough to say, you know what? this is my time to step in front of the spotlight, right? This is my time to
That's
really
it.
embrace and own, right, what
Mhm.
God has put in me all these years that I've known and people have told me. Everybody's seen it in me, right? Because a lot of times that's what we experience.
Yes.
Everybody was noticing, we're like, hey, you are made for this. But we're like, yeah, one day, maybe one day. We keep praying, but hey,
Mhm.
take that step forward, embrace
Yeah.
it, own it, and make sure that the world sees you shining, right? I love that.
Yes.
That's what visibility
One
means.
day,
Yep.
one day is today. It's we could talk about keep one day, one more day, one more day. And now you've had another month pass and we haven't seen you
Mm-hmm.
show up yet. So it's stop talking about the one day, right, JP? It's like today.
Yeah.
It's today.
Today. I love that. Right? It's not one day, it's today. Man,
It's
we
today.
all our guests, we call them professors, right? So you are a professor
Oh,
today. So
I love
Professor
it.
Pratt in the building. Let's go. I love it. I love it.
I love
So
it.
one thing we've noticed, Roshanda, is, you know, a rise in numbers of several professionals and experts. And so what's
Mhm.
happening is people want to be seen today, quote unquote, in the world,
Mhm.
quote unquote, post COVID. And they really want to shine. They really want to, use podcasts, and more people are creating podcasts, and more people are being more present, right? Recording videos and
Yeah.
trying to do stuff online and everything.
Mhm.
What would you attribute to this phenomenon, right? Like, why such a shift? What happened in society to make people want to use it so much in your, experience?
I think what people have seen is I think it's twofold, especially what I've seen from the shift in TV to us in this live streaming
Mhm.
platform. I think some of it is they've seen other people's success and your story always gives others permission. So when people see you successful in doing a thing, then it gives them permission to say, well, I have an opportunity at that same success. And that's what you want to happen, right? You want
Mhm.
your
Mhm.
story to unlock someone else's cage. You want your story to unlock someone else's um them muting themselves. You want them to no longer be silent. I think
Right.
the
Right.
other thing that is happening is there's been a shift in change in how people get their information. We know for a fact that 80% of people would rather see you on video. 80% of your
Mhm.
audience
Mhm.
wants to see you on video. The other
Mhm.
20% are probably reading the blog, but 80%, right? We
Right.
also
Right.
know that 54% of young people, get their news from social media.
Right.
Okay. We
Mhm.
understand that over 90% of people will buy a product if their friend shares it or if it pops up in their feed. So,
Mhm.
how we engage with the world has changed. How we get information, how we shop, all of those things have changed. And so, what people are realizing is this: I either need to innovate or I get left behind.
Whoo.
I need to innovate or I miss the opportunity. Let me tell you something, JP. What I firmly believe, and I will stand in this, is that when COVID happened, it was
Mhm.
another surge and another opportunity that if you had missed the live streaming, getting on the video bandwagon, as it were, 6, 7 years ago when I started in this space, COVID gave you another opportunity, another shot. It's not too late. You can
Mhm.
still get with
Mhm.
this, but I am telling you, if you're still sitting here trying to like, I don't know, and maybe I should, if you're still trying to make excuses, your excuses are going to cause you to miss out on this huge wave. The first
Whoo.
line in my book, I'm rewriting a book here, a
Mhm.
CEO of live video that teaches people how to live stream. My first line in my book talks about in the 70s, there was this saying, JP, that says that the revolution won't be televised. That the revolution
Mhm.
that our
Mhm.
world in America that's going to go through is not going to be televised. JP, this is what I said. You're right. The revolution will not be televised. It will be live streamed.
Oh, yo, man.
What's happening in our world is going to
Yeah.
happen via live stream. Just
Yes, ma'am.
don't believe it. Just listen to the journalists when I tell you. Mostly
Mhm.
everything that we see in our world that's happened in the US and beyond has happened through what? Live streaming. What's happening in Russia and
Correct.
Ukraine, what happened in Mike Brown and what happened there with that young man who was killed. All of those things happened through social media before it ever hit the big screen. And when I
Mhm.
say big screen, meaning TV screen, traditional media. So we have a responsibility to show up, and we have a responsibility to steward our visibility well. It's our responsibility because it's no longer just casually posting, JP. I mean, I look at what you're doing with this show. My friend, you're a TV producer over here. You're a TV
Amen.
director.
Yes,
What are
ma'am.
you doing is directing. Much of what I
Mhm.
did in, worked with my colleagues to do in TV. And so this is why I tell people, if you are a business owner, speaker, coach, consultant, have a product or service, you are not using social media just to post. Social
Correct.
media is your media channel. It's
Mhm.
your local CBS, NBC, PBS affiliate. And you are the talent, and in some cases, the producer.
Who? Hey, folks, are you guys listening to the things Roshanda is dropping on us today? I hope you're taking note because I am taking a whole lot of note, right? Because this is how we grow. This is how understanding, right,
Mhm.
our society, the philosophy behind it, and why we do the things we do. Why
Yes.
is important to do in a certain way? These are the reasons, right? What you're saying is so powerful. That yes, today when a major event happens, we see it first
Mhm.
online. We
Yes.
see it on social media before it hits the news. When
Mhm.
back in the day, the news showed it to the people first. So why?
Yes.
Because people want the information now,
Correct.
faster, right? And so the
Mhm.
fastest way to give it to the people is literally by showing it to the people. And on our fingertips, we have everything
Mhm.
that will allow us to actually show our world what we're about, our brand to the people,
Yes.
and foster our community of followers and supporters and clients and what have you to grow. And there's
Mhm.
nothing better than leveraging that today, which is why I
So good.
personally love it. I personally love live over everything else because live video allows us to do what we're doing right now. I mean, we literally have people right now listening to us that wouldn't be here and wouldn't be in this
Right.
community of, creators and like-minded thinkers that are participating, right? So you choose how you want to show up and you choose what you want to show and you make right people listen
Mhm.
to you at a specific time. And that is beautiful because a live video, I always say, is a video.
Yes.
It's just that it was live at the time you produced it.
That's it. That's it.
Ooh, come
That's
on
it.
now.
JP, my last station I worked for, my boss told me this one day. She said, Roshanda, we are digital first. She didn't talk about the TV screen.
Mhm.
She said, we are a digital company that just happens to have a TV network. We want to win people on the big screen
There
and the
you
small
go.
screen. What does
Mhm.
that tell you? If major TV stations are having this kind of discussion, what does that say about what you're doing? A whole lot. So, really understand the gift of what we have in our hand with this technology and innovation.
Love it. Love it. Now we're about to take an ad break real quick. And when we come back, I actually want us to dive into the second part of this conversation, which is,
Yes.
okay, we're talking about all this beautiful stuff, right? Step in, embrace, start
Mhm.
today, go live, and hire people, amazing folks like you to actually help it. But we don't usually talk about the sacrifices, the decisions, and the things
Yes.
we have to do in order to be visible. What should people expect? We're going to talk about that as soon as
Mhm.
we return from this ad break. Family, stay with me. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
We don't believe in ourselves enough to create the systems for success. Oh my God.
You get paid what you negotiate. 5 years, 153 million. You don't get paid what you are worth. You get paid what you negotiate.
A lot of creators are trapped in this mindset of having quantity. Oh, if I can post a video every single day on YouTube, I will become a major success.
Anything less than luxury is too low. Now, I'm not talking about money, cars, and clothes. Remember, I'm talking about the mindset, okay?
We have to tell the stories of who the customer is, how our product will help them, who we are, why we understand the customer and our product, what we believe, what our business stands for.
Our messaging online is completely confusing to the person that would be involved in our community because they don't know what our actual focus is.
So that's why it's important that you know who you are serving. In business, you have to know who you're serving. So what makes you and your content uniquely qualified to serve your audience?
Again, 8 seconds. Someone is deciding if they want to do business with you. In 8 seconds, they're deciding, all of these different things about you. And so we don't have that much time.
Once you find that, sustain the output, then scale the growth. Then you gotta stabilize, get your sea legs. Then you gotta simplify again, because when you're trying to achieve that next level of growth, you gotta remove all the clutter.
Personal relevance and passion are key drivers of engagement. With over 60% of consumers who watched something on YouTube in the past 24 hours saying that it was related to something they're passionate about.
All right, family, welcome back. If you're just joining us, we've been here with Roshanda Pratt. And so she's a TV professional with over 20 years of experience. So we're talking about visibility, right? What it takes to be visible and why we should, leverage that in order to grow into the society, and the truth behind being visible or making the decision to be visible, and what does that actually mean. So we were talking about that since we started. Amazing conversation. Let me go ahead and bring our guests back onto the stage here. Hey, welcome back, and thank you so much, Roshanda, for all the wisdom that you've been dropping on us. Just phenomenal, amazing things that we actually need to be talking more about, and understanding how that is affecting us in, as a society in the whole today, being visible and putting ourselves out there. Now, we talk about the amazing parts of, going visible, and, how important it is and making a decision today to do that. But a lot of times, right, we don't usually talk about the impact that could have on somebody, right? When you decided to go live, or when you decide to go live, how can that affect your life or transform your life altogether, right? And what should people that haven't stepped in your shoes yet, for example, right, should expect, right? Because I know life is not all glamorous. There's reality there.
Right.
And so I want you to take some time and share with us what's the truth behind this, right? Is it all flash and looking good, nice and dandy, or what's the real thing behind, being visible or embracing the public and being in the eyes of the cameras?
So in my book, Visibility is Power, we have a chapter where we talk about that visibility has responsibility attached to it. And I think that's really important. I think that when we show up in the online space, whether it's creating video content or sending out an email, text, however you decide to show up, that you have to understand that you are responsible for what that looks like. You're responsible for the information that you share with people. You're responsible for your presentation and all of those things. There's a certain level of responsibility that comes
Mhm.
with your visibility. And I think we are in a culture of so many people who want to be influencers, but not
Right.
understanding the power of influence and the responsibility of taking on the role of an influencer. Um, that when I share a product, it's legit a product that I use.
Mhm.
That's my
Mhm.
code of ethics. I'm not going
Mhm.
to share things with people that I don't use, that I don't have experience with. That when I share content with you, I'm going to give proper attribution.
Right.
That if I take something, I'm going to say, "Hey, JP, my dude JP said this, and I love how he said that." It's a responsibility to be in this space because people are coming to you for information. People are coming to engage with your content. And JP, I've heard so many stories, even most recently, of people literally getting their content lifted from their pages word for word,
Whew.
verbatim, and people passing it off as theirs. And that is irresponsible because here's the thing about that: you may post someone else's content or try to mirror or mimic someone else, and you will attract people who are drawn to the false image of yourself.
Mhm. Mhm.
They will
Whoo,
come
man.
and they will be attracted to the person that you are pretending to be. And
Mhm.
then you get found out because they realize that you can't carry the weight of who you're trying to be. So there's a responsibility to us being seen and heard. And we have to really be careful and ask ourselves, am I ready for this depth of responsibility?
Whoo. Let's pause right there, family. Let's pause.
Mm,
I love the way you ended it. Are you ready?
yeah.
Because you have to own it. You have to own it. And especially in the world that we live in today, where even if you think you deleted it, it's not
Right.
deleted.
Right. Yeah.
Everything we put on the web stays there.
It stays there. Right. And then, the other thing is, it's also just having responsibility for the people in my community and how they show up. So
Mm-hmm.
there's something trending right now with a popular influencer. Don't really like how he handled a particular situation in his company, in his business. And so he has a swarm of people who are rallying behind him. And a lot of people in the comments who are like, "Hey, I don't really agree with you on this."
Mm-hmm.
And the
Mm-hmm.
swarm of people are like, "If you don't agree, why you're here?" And that kind of thing. Nope, nope. I don't need you to bully other people on my behalf.
Right, right.
My community knows how we conduct ourselves because why? I'm the leader of this community because that is responsibility with my visibility. We've had a couple of trolls and a couple of people who've come in and kind of said some things out of pocket, and my
Mm-hmm.
community will come in and say, "Oh, wait, we don't do that here. You
Right,
need to
right.
take that someplace else." But they're never mean, they're never aggressive. And even if I see it going there, JP, I tell everybody, "Hey, we're not going to engage with that person, and we're not going to get out of character. So let's just continue with the broadcast. Let's just continue with the show." Right? So that's responsibility because I'm showing up. And what I realized, JP, is my showing up can be offensive to some people.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The
And
the
we got to
fact that
own that too. We got to
you
own
gotta
that
own
as
that.
well.
The
Mm-hmm.
fact that I decided to have holy audacity and
Mm-hmm.
show up with this low cut hair, these yellow frames, and speaking and teaching and training women to understand that you deserve to be seen, heard, and paid. People are mad about that. And I'm okay with it. Be mad.
Yep. You got to own it. I mean, I'm gonna share a
Yes.
story that I've almost never shared.
Yeah.
When I started this journey of putting my face out there and being in the eyes of the camera and being
Mhm.
visible, one day I received an email from a gentleman, and I'm not playing the race card. I'm just sharing what really happened. And this email, a very long email, I'm a brief, said that they love so much what I do, right? But their only major disappointment is that it was a black man behind the voice. And their advice to me was if I could hire a lighter brother and have them say the things that I'm saying. They said the audio is good, but the image attached to the voice wasn't very appealing to them. So now I'm just sharing that to say something like that can devastate somebody else. Because if you're not ready to take all kinds of criticism, right?
Yeah.
Constructive and non-constructive criticism, right? People hating, people saying whatever they want. If you're not ready mentally to take those things, something like that could literally stop you and prevent you from coming back in front of the camera.
For sure.
So as we're here talking about, it is important that we discuss this aspect and understand that not everybody is going to root for your success.
Correct.
Not
Correct.
everybody that's going to smile or like, or as a matter of fact, more people are going to watch you, never comment and never like, but they're following you.
That's it. And recommending you for jobs and, you know, speaking engagements. I'm like, oh, wow. Thank you. I didn't know you were watching, but thanks. You know, JP, I call those things when your situation, and thank you for sharing that story. I call those visibility threats. And we have to be aware of there are threats to our visibility. You know, when the internet goes down, that's a threat. When if you're building your brand solely on social media and social media is down one day, that's a threat. Someone not liking you for their own personal reasons and not even a real reason, that's a threat. And so we have to sit here and think about, how do I handle these threats? Because they're out there and it's going to happen, right? You know, doing national media, I remember I received my first negative comment. I was so excited. This guy went off on me on the CBS the CBS talk show. He went off on me, and I just remember thinking, I've arrived. I've received my first negative comment. I've arrived. And I remember telling my husband about it, and he was like, how do I start an Instagram page? And I said, why? You gonna join Instagram? He's like, I need to let this guy know. I said, babe, we don't do that. We don't do that. But what's so funny was strangers and even some of my community rallied for me in the comment section. And that's the beauty, JP, of building a community with your visibility. See, that is a positive. That when you show up consistently for your community, they'll show up consistently for you.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. I mean, and that's the beauty of it, right? Regardless of what you may not believe or may not believe, you need to foster a community.
You
and
do.
There are people out there that need you.
Yes.
That really, you are their solution, right?
That's it.
There's a group of people out there that will not be able to move forward until you embrace that destiny that God designed just for you. So I can't believe we're almost at the end of the show. I have one question here that I know, right? I know, it's crazy.
I'm just going to go ahead and say this. I know this is probably totally inappropriate. I'm inviting myself back. What do we do?
Let's do it.
Like what?
This is so amazing. I looked up. I was like, oh my God. I can't believe time flew by so fast.
Yes.
But I want you to leave the folks that are joining today's show with some actionable steps, right? For the folks that are like, oh, I'm not sure what are the do's and don'ts. Can you share just a little bit in your professional experience? What are those top do's and don'ts for the folks that want to jump into, embracing the visible sphere of leveraging technology and camera and video?
Sure. One of the first things you want to do is you want to have clarity. I think you want to really become clear about why you are here in the first place. Notice I said why you are here. What is your why? Because your why is the North Star that directs everything that you do. So why are you here? Are you here because you were not the popular kid in middle school and now you get a chance to be popular? That's not good enough. Are you here because, oh, this is the new gold mine, I can make money here? Yes, you can, but your why has to be bigger than that. It has to be more deeper than that. So being very clear on why you need to be visible in these digital streets. The next thing I want to say is you have to have confidence. We talked a little bit about those visibility threats, JP. You have to be confident in understanding that you are someone's answer. You are the solution to someone's problem. And therefore, if you don't consistently show up, they remain in their pain, they remain in their problem. Gets into my next C, talking about consistency. In this day and age, you get to determine what consistency looks like. I know that we have data that will show these are the days that people engage with your content, and all of that is great. But I love to tell people that you get to choose what consistency looks like. Look at this girl right there. You see that baby picture? She was even trying to talk then. So you get to decide what consistency looks like for you, and then lean all the way into that. And then the other thing that I would say is create the content. I was at a conference this summer in Las Vegas with Sean Cannell, with YouTube and all the great things that he's doing. And I met a person there, Patrick Ben David, I believe his name is. And he said something, and he told a story about being an immigrant to this country, many generations of entrepreneurs, JP. And he said he was sitting there listening to stories about his great grandparents. And he started to think about, man, if someone had just recorded their stories,
Wow.
I would be able to see it. I'm here to tell you that when you create content, much like what he said that day from the stage, he said, we create content because content is legacy. Because when I post the pictures talking about my new LinkedIn course, guess what? The next generation gets to see that Grandma Rowe, because that's going to be my nickname, Grandma Rowe. Grandma Rowe worked with LinkedIn. Grandma Rowe was on the Tamron Hall Show. See, creating content is just not about you feeding the algorithm. It's really about you telling your story that creates legacy for the next generation. And so those are the things I would say that you need to get started with.
Whoo. Family, you heard what she said. Amazing, right? Understanding that you're building a legacy while you're doing it, right? What's your consistency? Take note, family. If you didn't take note, you missed it. Go back, rewind again, because this honestly was one of my favorite shows so far for this year. And it's jam-packed. I'm going back and enjoying it. Thank you so much. I can't let you go without you telling the people, where can they connect with you at? Where are the places and spaces you spend your time? And for the folks that want to work with you, do you have any offer, right, for them? And what will that be? Please share with us. Let us know.
Awesome. Well, I'm across all social media as the Rosho Live. These days, I'm hanging out on TikTok, LinkedIn, and right here on YouTube at Visibility is Power TV. Make sure to check me out. As a video visibility coach, I really am passionate about people showing up confidently on camera, shining their inner light, and monetizing their story as a speaker, coach, and consultant. So if you go right there to my website, therosholive.com, we have a VIP profile session where we take a look at how you're currently showing up, how you can tweak some things going forward in the next 90 days, and how we can work with you in helping you go through our visibility framework so you can understand your vision, your voice, your visibility, and your value.
Fantastic. Thank you so much again, family. Remember, the Rosho Live. Connect with her. Amazing things that you're doing. I want to thank you. Thank you for taking the time and dropping on us all this knowledge. I can't believe I had so much to talk about. But we're going to have a part 2. We're going to invite you back onto the Content Careers University so we can finish this the right way. Thank you so much. Don't go anywhere. Please stay backstage as I go ahead and close with my people here, and I'll be back with you. All right, family, this is it. As you can see, the show is over. Amazing information. And yeah, this is what we do here. And I'm very, very, very excited that you've taken the time to stay with us here. That's what we do every week. All right. So if you appreciate this, well, if you're listening to the podcast, let us know in the comment section, share, write your review, share with us so that we can know that this is actually helping you. And what is your one takeaway that you got from this, show today? Go ahead and share that with us. It will be a blessing, to hear you share that, because that's what we do. And don't hesitate to subscribe to us on YouTube, JP High Tech Reviews. Like the video if you do, and turn on the bell notification whenever you do so you never ever miss any episode. Shout out to my man James Hicks. I see you in the comment section right there. Fantastic, man. Thanks for all the folks that joined us here, live and commented and participated. You guys were active. That's what this is all about. And you guys know, we'll see you again next time for another great show. Stay with us. It was awesome. My name is JP High Tech, your host. Be safe. Have a blessed weekend. Peace.